Hi, it's Mobile Max in West Hollywood. This is July 27th, Monday, July 27th, 2026. And this is my opinion. Nolan Wells, the poor kid who died in unusual circumstances, or maybe not, about a week ago. And what alarmed me is the way the legacy media covered it. CBS, NBC, ABC, they all, and all their affiliates, they ran the Nolan Wells story as a top story for 5 days straight. And the whole narrative of the story was this teenager black kid in Florida goes out on July 4th with his white friends and mysteriously ends up dead. What's going on? We have a video of him getting into an argument with somebody before the incident. All these things, what's going on? It was the same bullshit that they performed in the past. George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, and the Me Too movement. Do you know how many prominent people they got rid of? Competitors, especially in the movie business, Hollywood. That's what really makes me mad. Hollywood used to be the greatest movie makers in all the world. For the longest time, they made the greatest stuff, the greatest producers, the greatest directors, the greatest writers and casting agents and design producers, and just the greatest movie makers. In a matter of a year or two, the radical liberal billionaire girls club took over Hollywood and started producing absolute amateurish crap. Well, that's how they did it, with the help of the legacy media, showing their narrative and producing real effects and able to accomplish their nefarious goals. And Me Too in particular, I have this 201 prominent individuals who were replaced, and some of them imprisoned and lost huge amounts of money in civil cases, because that's always what it's about. It's always about the money. Anyway, 201. Harvey Weinstein, boy, he's the poster child of how to get fucked by the radical left assholes. Boy, did they fuck Harvey Weinstein. Sure, he was an asshole, but does he deserve life imprisonment? He didn't murder anybody, didn't kidnap anybody, didn't run any prostitution ring, interstate prostitution, or human slavery, none of that shit. Harvey Weinstein. And it was October 5th, 2017, according to this article. Lockhart Steele, October 12th, 2017. Roy Price, October 12th, 2017. Chris Savino, October 17th, 2017. Cliff Height, October 17th, 2017. Josh Besh, Chief Executive, Besh Restaurant Group, October 21st, 2017. Caleb Jennings, October 24th, 2017. Chicago Organizer for Service Employees International Union. Mark Halpern, October 26th, 2017. NBC News, Penguin Press, HBO, and Showtime severed ties with Mr. Halpern after accusations of sexual harassment by former co-workers. Rick Najira, October 26, 2017, resigned after an investigation into accusations that he made inappropriate and lewd comments to performers. Kevin Spacey. Boy, was he a great actor, dumped in the ditches. Kevin Spacey dropped from his Netflix show House of Cards and was replaced in the film All the Money in the World after he was accused of forcing himself on a minor. Hamilton Fish, October 30th, 2017. Andy Dick, October 31st, 2017. Michael Oryx, October 31st, 2017. Nancy Barnes, Ira Silverstein, October 31st, 2017. Illinois State Senator, resigned as Majority Caucus Chairman after sexual harassment accusations which he denied. He lost his re-election bid in March primary. Jeff Hoover, November 1st, 2017. Resigned as Speaker after settling a sexual harassment claim made by a staffer but remains in office. Kendall Fells, November 2nd, 2017. Sam Adams, November 3rd, 2017. Ed Westwick, November 6, 2017, cut from the BB show Ordeal by Innocence. Dan Shooter, November 7th, 2017, expelled by the Arizona House of Representatives for dishonorable behavior after investigation found he sexually harassed multiple women, including fellow lawmakers. Dwayne Deron Marshall, Chief of Staff to U.S. Representative Brenda Lawrence. Benjamin Ginacchio, November 8, 2017. Executive Director of the Armory Show Art Fair. Dan Schoening, November 8, 2017. Minnesota State Senator. Louis C.K., you know that comedian, Louis C.K., November 9th, 2017. Lost his production deal with FX after he admitted to multiple instances of sexual misconduct, including masturbating in front of several women. Distribution for a film he wrote and starred in was canceled, and he lost a voice role in The Secret Life of Pets. Tony Cornish, November 9th, 2017. Tony Mendoza, November 9th, 2017. Andrew Kreisberg, executive producer of superhero dramas Arrow, Supergirl, and The Flash. Eddie Berganza, November 10th, 2017, editor of DC Comics. Gary Goddard, November 10th, 2017, founder of the Goddard Group. Brian Linder, November 10th, 2017. Jim DeCesar, November 10th, 2017, Kentucky State Representative. Michael Meredith, November 10th, 2017, Kentucky State Representative. Steve Lebesock, November 10th, 2017, Colorado State Representative. Jeff Cruz, November 15th, 2017, Oregon State Senator. Paul Rosenthal, November 15th, 2017, Colorado State Representative. Wes Goodman, Ohio State Representative. Al Franken, you remember Al Franken? He was a great part of Saturday Night Live, a great comedian, and I think he was senator. U.S. Senator from Minnesota, resigned after accusations of groping and improper advances from at least 6 women. Not only did they get you fired, take money from you, But what do they call that in court when somebody pleads guilty? Allocution? Anyway, they make you do an allocution, and you have to apologize, but denied many of the allegations. You have to admit it. Allocution. It's a legal term. Anyway, go on. David Sweeney, November 16, 2017. Chief News Editor at NPR. Randy Baumgardner, November 16, 2017, Colorado State Senator. Stephen Biddle, November 16, 2017, Chairman, Florida Democratic Party. Charlie Rose, he was a big television host, fired by CBS and PBS after accusations of crude sexual advances by several women. Glenn Thrush, November 20th, 2017. Raul Bocanegra, November 20th, 2017. California State Assemblyman. John Lasseter, Chief Creative Officer of Pixar and Walt Disney Animation. Matt Lauer, he was a big television star. Fired from NBC after being accused of inappropriate sexual behavior towards a fellow staffer. Johnny Luzini, chief chef and judge on ABC's The Great American Baking Show. Blake Farenthold, U.S. Representative for Texas. Josh Zepnick, Wisconsin State Representative. Dean Westlake, Alaska State Representative. James Levine, conductor at the Metropolitan Opera. Matt DeBonnet, December 4th, 2017, California State Assemblyman. Peter Martina, Ballet Master in Chief, New York City Ballet. Sam Iscalay, Isaly, Managing Partner of Orbimed Advisors. Lauren Stein, Editor of the Paris Review. Matt Manweller, December 6, 2017, Washington State Representative. Leonard Lopat, host on New York Public Radio. Joe Alexander, December 7th, 2017, Chief Creative Officer, The Martin Agency. Brian Singer, director and producer, lost his executive producer credit for the TV series Legion, and after a lawsuit alleged that he sexually assaulted a 17-year-old boy in 2003, a representative from Mr. Singer said he categorically denied the allegations. Trent Frank, December 7, 2017. John Moore, December 11, 2017, Mississippi State Representative. Tom Ashbrook, December 11, 2017. Eric Weinberger, December 12, 2017, President of the Bill Simmons Media Group. Maxwell Ogden, December 13, 2017, Executive Director of the Code for Science and Society. Jerry Richardson, December 15, 2017, owner of the Carolina Panthers NFL team. Stephen Henderson, December 15, 2017, editorial page editor, the Detroit Free Press. T.J. Miller, December 19, 2017, actor. Don Hazen, December 21st, 2017, executive editor, Afternet. Charlie Hallowell, December 27, 2017, chef and owner of the 3 Oakland, California restaurants. H. Brant Ayers, January 1st, 2018, Chairman, Consolidated Publishing. Kevin Braun, January 5th, 2018, Editor-in-Chief, E&E News. Paul Haggis, January 5th, 2018, screenwriter and director and founder of the Charity Artists for Peace and Justice. See, the thing is that when these people were gotten rid of and squeezed for whatever money they could get out of them and destroy their reputations, their people moved in. Their people. Okay. Paul Haggis, here's one. I just said January 5th, 2018, screenwriter and director and founder of the Charity Artists for Peace and Justice, resigned from his charity after accusations of rape and sexual assault. He denied the accusations. And the people who replaced him, Ben Stiller, a die-hard radical liberal woke motherfucker, Ben Stiller, co-chairman of the Board of Artists for Peace, and Susan Sarandon, another radical woke motherfucker, co-chairman of the Board of Artists for Peace and Justice. Eric Greitens, Mississippi governor. William G. Jacoby, January 11th, 2018, editor of the American Journal of Political Science. Rob Moore, January 22nd, 2018, managing editor of the New York Daily News. Zach Fancier, January 25th, 2018, Alaska State Representative. Steve Wynn. Poor Steve Wynn. Man, Steve Wynn was a great hoteler. He made Bellagio. He's the one who brought Las Vegas Strip back. In 1989, he built the Mirage. And boy, did he lavishly. It had huge aquariums and tigers and all this faunage, all these trees and beauty. What a beautiful hotel. And they gave great service. I went to Bellagio. Boy, did I love Bellagio. At the time, I was a gambler. I didn't gamble that much, but believe me, I gambled enough to where I could have paid for all the comps. That's what they gave. But boy, they were nice. Free food, free deluxe room, all sorts of free shit. Anyway, it was fantastic. It was top of the line in the early 2000s. And that's when, like 2004 or whatever, the Bellagio was very new and so chic. It was like the whole thing was like one big art show. It was so beautiful, and they gave such great service. I loved the fucking room service. They had this pastry for breakfast, little pastries that were top of the line French shit. Anyway, Steve Wynn, he created so much good hotels on Las Vegas Strip and other places, but he was not immune from Me Too. Steve Wynn, Chief Executive, Wynn Resorts, January 26, 2018. Resigned after accusations that he harassed female employees for decades and coerced them into having sex he denied. That's what I don't like. These guys, okay, they're assholes. They've done bad things. But how about a little personal responsibility? What are all you women, a bunch of little children, little babies? Somebody's got to hold your hand and, this is a bad man, don't do. No, you're full-grown adults. You have to take some responsibility, some liability, some culpability. It takes two to dance. They act like these women were just complete imbeciles and had nothing to do with the abuse allegations. Anyway, they got away with it. They took over. They took over Hollywood. They put their people in politics. In many states, they put them in powerful positions, corporate positions. They put themselves in places of power with this bullshit. and the legacy woke media was right behind them. 201 people were fucked within about a year or two period. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. That was my opinion. Bye.